What's going on, everyone? It's Alex. I'm back in my garage here on this beautiful Sunday. I've been doing some chores around the house, and I just wanted to make a short video talking about a couple things that I've been thinking about related to my most recent track day, which was on Wednesday. So the two things that I want to talk about briefly are track etiquette and track safety. So the event that I've been participating in for the last couple years, Track Night in America, it just focuses on getting you out there, getting you familiar with the track, and just having some fun. But you still have to be safe, maintain safety, and do things in a proper way on the track. So for this particular event, and I'm sure it's similar with some other events, is they use a point-buy system to pass. So basically, if the driver in front is going to let the person behind them pass, they either point to the left outside their window or to the right, and that corresponds with the way that the driver behind them will pass them. Personally, I was in a few situations where a couple cars in front of me that were, clearly a little bit slower, maybe not as familiar with the track, weren't letting me pass. And I'm not sitting here saying I have a lot of experience or I'm the best driver, but the problem lies when the people in front don't let you pass, and it creates more of a hazardous situation. So it kind of creates two problems. The driver in front is now trying to stay in front of you, so they may be overdriving their car, overdriving their skill levels, which is, of course, going to increase the possibility of them spinning out or crashing, and then that presents a problem for the driver behind, because not only are they worried about what they're doing in their car, but they have to watch the car in front of them to make sure that they're not going to lose control and possibly hit them. So I think it's really important for drivers in any program to obey the track rules and the track etiquette for that given event. So if you see someone faster coming up behind you, just point them by. I mean, you're not racing for money, for points, or anything like that. Like I said, I let multiple people pass by me that were faster. And it just creates a better, safer, more fun situation for everyone out on the track. So if you watched my previous video of the track night, you'll see that there were two accidents, one of them including two cars, and the other was a single car accident. Now, I didn't see the accidents firsthand, so I'm not going to speculate and try and figure out what went wrong, but the fact of the matter is that you need to be safe when you're on the track and be aware of the other drivers and be courteous. So the second thing that I want to talk about is in-car safety, and that's mostly related to my 350Z behind me. So my Z has multiple modifications: engine, suspension, wheels, tires, all those sorts of things. However, one thing that it does lack, which pertains mostly to the track, is safety equipment. And seeing these couple accidents on Wednesday night really opened my eyes in terms of safety and what my car is lacking. So I made a video a while back showing my new fixed back racing seat that I installed in my Z. So since purchasing the seat, I've done some research regarding safety equipment. And one thing that I found is fixed back seats can present a pretty significant safety risk. So OEM seats, as well as aftermarket reclinable seats, are meant to collapse in the event of a rollover crash. So they collapse to give the driver more headroom to avoid any head injuries. Well, a fixed back seat cannot collapse. So it's actually highly recommended that when you do a fixed back seat, you also install some type of roll bar as well as even harnesses. And it's recommended to install harnesses because the OEM seatbelt is not able to securely hold you in place because of the design of the seat. On a regular seat, there's a gap on the corners where the seat bottom meets the seat back, where the seatbelt is able to go through. On a fixed back, it's solid on the sides, so that compromises the way the seatbelt can protect you. So these three modifications go hand in hand, and they are modifications that I'm planning to do on the Z in the very near future. Now, I know some people may say, oh, you don't need that, you don't go to the track that often, you still drive it on the street, which is correct. However, you don't necessarily install safety equipment for the good days. I mean, if everything happened the way it was supposed to, nobody got in an accident, you wouldn't need a roll bar, you wouldn't need harnesses, and you wouldn't need a helmet. But fact of the matter is, in racing, things do happen, and they often happen when you least expect them. So that being said, since I do drive the car on the street every once in a while, I'm not going to be doing a full roll cage because that can present a safety issue on the street in the event of an accident. However, I am researching a 4-point roll bar. I was focusing mainly on the Kirk 4-point roll bar for the car, and that's going to add some extra safety in the event of a rollover, as well as a safe way to mount harnesses. So if any of my viewers have a roll bar and harnesses in their car, I'm looking for your opinion. Let me know what you use, what you like, and what you think that I should look into. I've been looking into the G-Force harnesses. They're SFI approved for 2 years. I plan to do a 5-point harness to include the anti-sub belt. I appreciate any input that I can get. This is kind of a new avenue for me to explore. I haven't purchased harnesses or roll bar before, so I appreciate any input. So since my Z is becoming more and more of a track car, I think these safety items are a necessity. It's stuff that I want to have in the event of a crash, just so that I'm protected. And also a lot of these things are required for other events that I will be looking into. So more of the story is just maintain safety on the track. Make sure you abide by track etiquette and just be courteous to other drivers. You know, we all want to go home at the end of the day with the same car that we came with. I know things happen, I know mistakes happen, but it's important to minimize the possibility and do whatever you can to decrease the possibility that an accident will occur. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please drop a comment down below. Give me your advice, your input on the safety features and what you think I should look into. If you're new to the channel, please press subscribe, turn on those notifications so you stay up to date with all the content I'll be putting out. As always, thanks to my current viewers and subscribers. I really appreciate it. Thanks for your continued support. So everyone, make sure to be safe out there with whatever you're doing. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.